You're putting in the effort, learning everything you can, watching videos like these, but somehow nothing is changing. And maybe you told yourself, I just need more time, I need the right moment, but that's exactly the problem. Because what if I told you the reason that you're stuck isn't because you're not smart enough or you're not disciplined enough, but because you're waiting for something that will never come. At 15 years old, I had no experience, no roadmap, no plan, but still, within 6 months, I got my first ever client that ended up paying me over $15,000 over time, and through them got even bigger opportunities. I wasn't the smartest, I wasn't the most skilled, but I understood one thing that changed everything. In this video, I'll show you the hidden trap that's keeping you stuck, why Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos never waited for the perfect conditions, and the 3-step framework to actually help you start making progress. Because if you don't fix this, nothing else matters. Anybody can win under perfect conditions. A clear schedule, energy at 100%, unlimited resources. But winners don't win because of perfect conditions. They win when everything is stacked against them. They wake up tired, overwhelmed, with a million things going wrong, and they still show up. They don't wait for the perfect moment. They make the perfect moment. That's the difference. And if you're still waiting to be ready, waiting until you know what you're doing, you're already making the biggest mistake of all. Because perfect conditions are rare. And if your success depends on perfect conditions, your success is out of your control. Let's look at Elon Musk. His first 3 SpaceX rockets exploded. And Jeff Bezos, when he started Amazon, it wasn't some big world-changing company like it is today now. It was just an online bookstore in his garage. Neither of them waited. And that's why they won. And that's exactly what I had to figure out when I started my first business. At 15, I wanted to start my own marketing agency. I didn't know anyone in the industry, I wasn't an expert, and I barely had any real-world experience. But instead of waiting until I felt ready, I started reaching out to thousands of businesses. Most ignored me. Some said no, but one said yes. That one client alone paid me over $15,000 over a year and a half. And because I jumped in before I was ready, through them, I started getting bigger and bigger opportunities working with bigger brands. I also traveled across the US for business trips, and overall, I got an experience that I wouldn't have gotten if I just waited. And looking back, my first campaigns were terrible. Some lost money. It wasn't some born marketing genius. I just learned as I went on. But that's the thing. You don't get good at something by researching or planning. You get good by doing. And that brings me on to the 3-step framework that I'm going to go through to help you break out the cycle so you can start making real progress today. But first, here's a quote by Alex Hormozy that really resonated with me. Your fears about imperfection will kill you faster than your imperfections. Perfection is not the key to success or progress. You will never be perfect. It's very rare that anything you try the first time will be the best time you'll ever do it. It feels so much better when you suck at something and you improve as you go. And I think that's why I love golf so much, is because golf is a sport where you will suck all the time, especially as you're beginning. And you start to figure things out and you start to get better, but then something goes wrong. And you lost everything. You lost your whole skill. But that's why golf is so fun, is because you learn to troubleshoot your swing and become better. Like, it's just that feeling of improvement is why golf is so enjoyable. And that applies to business, to life, to anything. But okay, let's move on to the 3-step framework. Step 1 is lowering the bar and start small. Most people never start because their task is too big. They think it needs to be perfect, it needs to be impressive, and that's why they're stuck. If you want to start a business, literally just message 10 leads, 10 potential customers today. Don't even expect a response. This applies with anything though. If you want to get in shape, just go for a run for 10 minutes today. If you want to start a YouTube channel, film a 30-second clip. That's how I got started. Progress comes from action, not planning. And once you start moving, once you start taking action, momentum will take over. Step 2, set a deadline. People love to say, I'll start when I'm ready. But the truth is, if you don't set a deadline, you'll push it off forever. Because humans are wired to avoid discomfort. And if you want to be successful, your task is probably uncomfortable. I set my deadline to script out everything, make this Google Doc, and film this video today. you can do the same thing. So right now, what is one thing you've been putting off? Set a deadline today, not next week, not next month, today. And step 3, reframe failure as data. This is where most people get stuck. They think if I mess up, I'll look stupid. If I fail, it means I'm not good enough. But failure isn't failure, it's just data. Every action gives you feedback that can make you better. If your first sales call goes terribly, but now you know what to expect and what not to do. If your first marketing campaign flops, which it did for me, now you have the data to optimize your campaign. The only true way to fail is to do nothing. Here's a reminder. Elon Musk's first rockets exploded. Jeff Bezos started Amazon in a garage. My first marketing campaign lost money, but we all kept going. You don't have to wake up at 5 a.m. or follow some perfect morning routine. Success isn't about perfect conditions. It's about relentless action. So stop waiting and start moving. If any of this resonated with you and you want to connect with me, there's a link down below in the description. It's a beta program where I help young, ambitious entrepreneurs like me, like 3 years ago, help them achieve their goals by getting through stuff that I already went through. So if any of this resonated with you, you can have a conversation with me. Just connect, no agenda, just book a call with me. We can have a chat. And that's going to be in the link below. If you don't want to do that, you can go ahead and watch whatever video is on the screen right now. That's a video that YouTube thinks you'll really like from me. So go ahead and watch that, and I'll see you there.